Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a knife from Orion Knives, and I believe this might be a debut here in the channel. We haven't checked out an Orion knife before, if I recall correctly, and it looks like this one is the Ares, A-R-E-S, USA design and base, manufacturer overseas in China, 14C 28N. Of course, I'll have this one and every other knife you see in this video linked down below. Here's a little bit of an outline right there. I think this one has, if I'm not mistaken, their pivot lock, so that should be interesting. I've been really enjoying pivot locks a lot recently, especially with something like the V anchor lock from Vosteed on this Akita right here, for example. But let's go ahead and waste no time here. Let's go ahead and see what this one is all about. The Ares here from Orion Knives, and again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. First impressions, we got the G10, which has a sort of square pattern to it, which looks good. Right, doesn't look like the boring plain G10 we're seeing for the last 10-15 years. Right, this is just, very grippy here, feels really good on hand, good stuff. We have a section right here for a pocket clip reversal, so that lets me know we have a reversible pocket clip. Right, check that out. Deep carry until about that much. Right, so for reference, right, we'll give you something to pinch and pull out of the pocket right there. And we do have a G10 backspacer back here, and we have let's see, a stop pin over there and a fuller for deployment, and of course the pivot itself. So our button feels good consistency and spring back tension. If you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. I'm gonna go fuller first and just send it. Holy smoke. Well, first of all, I mean, it's definitely on the large, perhaps extra large length here, size wise, and 14C28N on the steel here with the black stone wash finish on the blade. Is this a hollow ground? Oh yes, absolutely. It is a 1000% hollow ground with a flat right here towards the top. So it's basically a drop point. Check this out, drop point tanto. Actually, it is a dual ground drop point tanto blade. How about that? Right, get the blade police out here, fight me in the comments if you disagree. But yeah, very interesting geometry here to say the least. And of course, everyone's favorite budget steel these days, the 14C28N. Let's check out how the close goes. Nice. Okay, this is going to be on ball bearing, so very good smooth action there on the close. Kind of overcompensating a bit because I'm getting the feel for it. So now I know how much flick of the wrist to give it on the return. So very fidgety from that sense. We can of course fuller deploy, which probably going to be my favorite, and then thumb deploy off of the fuller as well. We got at least 3 different deployment options right there. I want to say the lockup, that feels rock solid right there. Don't feel any up and down, no movement, no side to side or anything like that. So that's nice. And yeah, it's just basically very great ease of manipulation, right? Similar to a plunge lock, button lock in feel, but in actual execution and strength is actually a kind of works like a liner lock. So check this out. Got this liner right here that engages in place. When I push the button, that liner tucks away. So you can see here how it locks. So it has like an internal liner going on in the middle there. It's a button operated liner lock in the pivot. All right, very interesting. All right, so you can see. Oh yeah, and that liner absolutely works. Very similar to a compression lock, right? It is actually wedged between this stop pin right here. I don't even think the camera is going to pick it up. If I can get enough lighting in here. It's all blacked out, so it makes it a little bit more challenging. Let me get a flashlight. All right, see if we can get a better view in there. There you go. All right, you can see the stop pin right in there. You can see the liner wedged between the stop pin and that cutout on the blade. So pretty much like a compression lock from Spyderco, but you're actually able to disengage it with the actual button there. So that's actually pretty good. By the way, in case you're curious, this is the Workhorse TD07. Recently did an unboxing overview of this smallish tactical flashlight right here. So check it out if you haven't already. But now that we have the locking mechanism all figured out, right? Pivot operated, button operated liner lock. Yeah, definitely making for a very fidgety one. I absolutely dig this blade. Now the ergos. Yeah, the ergos are going to be really, really good. You basically are not locked in anywhere specifically. I have average size hands, not the biggest of hands or smallest of hands. And I'm able to get a full purchase, even the hammer grip back here, right? And then even if I kind of get really close up here, I still got plenty of handle real estate back there as well. Now, they didn't do a finger choil right there. And I think the most comfortable position, right, in this, got this little peak right here, kind of works like a finger guard. So even in this section, I'm nowhere near close. For me, trying to push on that button will be like pushing my index finger with my middle finger in a very uncomfortable position just to disengage the knife on myself like an idiot. And I wouldn't do that, right, in any natural way. So this is basically where my index finger lands at all times, even in the most forward choke position that I can, especially given this finger guard section right there. And if you're a lefty, let's see, same deal, right? This is the most forward choke position that you can grip the knife. And again, you still require way more leverage. I'm basically like half of my, basically, you know, like a very small portion of my index finger is on the button, but it actually requires for me to come all the way here like that, right, to even come close to disengaging the knife. So in no natural position would I be in a situation where I would, you know, disengage it on myself. Even like this, like I have to unnaturally bend my hand in a certain way just to make sure that the button can travel down enough to disengage. So that wouldn't even be the case. So yeah, long story short, use your knife as usual. Don't try to disengage it on yourself on purpose, because that's about the only scenario where that could happen. In any natural scenario, you should be okay. And last but not least, I mean, the pocket clip is actually feeling pretty comfortable there. It's nice and rectangular here. Is it titanium? It's actually a titanium pocket clip right there. So that's feeling good. It's not cold to the touch, so I wouldn't think aluminum. So that feels like a titanium clip, and it's actually really, really comfortable. I'm gonna give it like a 9.5 out of 10. It's reversible for my lefties out there, so lefties rejoice. After all, I mean, this kind of locking system is very ambidextrous friendly. You would just use your index finger for the button as compared to using your thumb if you're a righty. So let's go ahead and see what this guy is capable of doing, shall we? Right, got a piece of paper right here. We said this was 14C 28N, feeling really toothy. All right, got a piece of textbook paper. Here we go. Oh yeah. All right, going through that paper pretty well. And of course, I mean, is it gonna cut paper? I mean, that's not really proving much. Clearly, it destroyed that paper in a heartbeat. I got a piece of cardboard right here, nothing fancy. Cutting at a diagonal angle. Cutting at a diagonal angle. Here we go. Oh yeah, so definitely cutting to that paper as well. Hologram putting in some work on that 14C 28N steel blade. Guys, rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is it? All right, rate that performance. 10 being the sharpest, you all let me know. And of course, let's go ahead and give you a quick comparison here next to some of the typical and nice in the channel. Here's the MSI right there from Microtech. Definitely giving that one a run for its money. Here's the Stitch, right, as well. So very similar. I mean, I did mention this one definitely has some reach there size-wise. Here's the PM2 and Para 3. So just a hair larger than the PM2. Right, you guys take a look there for yourself. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. Right, the Ares still gonna be a little bit larger than the Chad, no doubt. Civivi Vision FG and Kizer Militaw. I think the Militaw comes the closest, but the Ares is just still hair longer. And last but not least, there's the Vosteed Porcupine and the CJRB Pyrite Light. Just kind of giving you a ballpark, right? These are highly recommendable, budget nice as well. And again, I'll have all these linked down below if you guys want to check prices, availability, and variants, including, of course, this guy. I'm going to tell you right now, this one comes across as a budget knife. There's no doubt in my mind, with the 14C 28N steel and the G10 scales, recess liners. Yeah, definitely will be a budget EDC knife. I'm not exactly sure of the price. Obviously, I'm recording these raw unboxing for some impressions. It's my first time checking out this knife, but by the time you're watching this video, I would have had already linked to the price and everywhere you can pick up this knife for yourself. So I'm envisioning it being a very affordable budget pickup. Right? If you're interested, if you like I gotta tell you, man, there's not that many pivot activated liner locks out there that I've seen. There's only a handful of them that are actually well executed, so that's pretty neat. And this one's got the reach as well. So if you're looking for a larger EDC knife, if you like the dual ground aspect of it, like the drop point blade tanto with the fuller, I mean, this blade just has so much going for it. Even check out the billboarding department. The Orion Ares logo, right, is so tastefully done all you have is this sort of line right here with like 3 stars and the steel on the other side. And that's that, right? Pretty clean aesthetics, billboarding, right? Otherwise, so that's absolutely a win in my book. So yeah, definitely making a great first impression so far, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about this knife? Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Again, links for all these knives in the description and pinned comments. Shout out to Lefty EDC and his knife pass around for the opportunity to check this one out. And shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate each and every single one of you. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.